Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Minnesota imposing a mandatory curfew to contain rioting. Will Smith, the actor, stopped shooting his latest movie in Georgia. Michigan shuts down as COVID surges. 3 in 5 Americans gained weight during the pandemic. The U.S. poverty rate rises at the fastest pace in 50 years. Also ahead, race relations in America. Can they ever get better? But first, members of the National Guard enforcing a mandatory 7 p.m. curfew in Minneapolis after rioters looted stores and destroyed property. That happened after a police officer killed a 20-year-old black man during a traffic stop. Body cam footage shows the officer apparently confusing her firearm for a taser. Obviously, this is extremely troubling, and I will have a commentary on it coming up. Actor Will Smith confirming he plans to pull the production of his latest film from Georgia because of the new voting law. The movie, called Emancipation, tells the story of a runaway slave. Said Mr. Smith, quote, "We cannot in good conscience provide economic support to a government that enacts regressive voting laws and restricts voter access," unquote. But in my opinion, the Georgia voting law does not do that. The CDC recommending more shutdowns in Michigan as new infections jump 375% in the last month. Governor Whitmer asking all high schools to close for 2 weeks. Health officials there requesting more doses of the vaccine from the federal government to slow the transmission. New survey from WebMD showing a majority of U.S. adults have gained between 15 and 20 pounds during the pandemic. According to the survey, 68% are snacking more, 55% are working out less, and a third are drinking more alcohol. Also, sales at fast food restaurants up double digits in the last 12 months. Well, the end of 2020 brought the sharpest rise in the American poverty rate since the 1960s. Economists at the University of Chicago report a 3% jump since October, meaning about 8 million more citizens are now considered poor. Black Americans 3 times more likely to live beneath the poverty level than whites. All of this is due to the pandemic wiping out many jobs. In a moment, tensions high after another unarmed black man killed by police. Analysis next. I've warned you about home title theft, where cyber thieves remove you from your home's title and they become the owner. I said get Home Title Lock because it's coming. Well, if you're on Facebook, it's here. Facebook had 500 million accounts exposed to cyber thieves. And a retired FBI cybercrime expert said everything thieves need to own your home was leaked. Name, address, personal information, everything. The thief forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him. Then he takes out loans on your home and leaves you in debt. You won't even know until the collection company calls, pour in. Do what I did and protect your home's title with Home Title Lock. Please go to HometitleLock.com. Register your address to see if you're already a victim. Then sign up for 30 free days of protection during this high-risk breach. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code RADIO. HometitleLock.com, promo code RADIO. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. The shooting Sunday of 20-year-old Daunte Wright by a Brooklyn, Minnesota police officer, 26 years on the job, was totally unnecessary, and fair-minded Americans should be thinking hard about this. The female officer apparently got her real gun mixed up with her taser. Mr. Wright was pulled over because he had an expired tag, and when police ran him, they found he had an outstanding warrant on an illegal gun beef, which is serious. Now, the fatal mistake, shooting Mr. Wright, was captured on the body cam of the officer. And she said, taser. But if you know what firearms are and what tasers are, It's hard to make that kind of a mistake. However, what I think happened, based upon my analysis of the videotape, is that the officer panicked. She has now been placed on administrative leave, and she is through as a law enforcement officer. I don't think this was a racial attack by the cop. I don't think she said, well, there's a black man, I'm going to shoot him. That would be insane. Just crazy. I think she got overexcited. That's what I think happened. I could be wrong, but I looked at that videotape pretty closely, and I heard the tone of voice. I think the woman just got overly excited and didn't know what she was doing, and police officers cannot have that. We can't have armed people who lose control of themselves in stressful situations. So what happens now? Well, many people who hate America, of both colors, all colors, always use horrible situations like the death of Daunte Wright to try to destroy the structure of the country. And that's happening now. And many in the media encourage that destruction. That's the big change. In the last 10 years, we have had a media that despises the United States of America. And it justifies looting, burning, threatening people, even hurting people in the name of protest. But the real question is, can race relations between blacks and whites ever get better? And I'm sorry to tell you, in my lifetime, I don't think race relations will improve. There's too much bitterness. There's too much misunderstanding. And there's too much crime. And it is an explosive mix. So what should you, the fair-minded, good American, do? It's very simple. Here's what I do. I treat everybody with respect. I don't care what their skin color is. I assume they are good people until they show me something different. Now, the police can't do that. The police are looking for people who would hurt you to try to stop it. But for civilians, very simple. Treat everyone with respect. That's all you can do. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by writing it. For more fair and honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. As you know, Joe Biden has won the election, and with economic uncertainty looming, I am now more than ever recommending you diversify with gold and silver. The only company I recommend is American Hartford Gold. I trust them. I personally have done business with them. They sell physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA, and they make it easy. Please call them now, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Since I've been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold itself up over 40%, silver up 60%. So don't wait, call them now, 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, gold, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Major League Baseball pulled the AllStar Game from Atlanta this month after Republicans in Georgia passed a voting security bill. Woke corporations like Coca-Cola and others swiftly backed the MLB boycott. Now, the decision will cost the Peach State about $100 million in lost revenue, directly hurting minority-owned businesses in Atlanta because 52% of the population there is black. Amid the outrage, far-left activists are apparently unaware that many blue states have election laws more restrictive than Georgia. Here are some examples. First up, New York. Georgia's new voting law offers 17 days of early voting and mandates 2 Saturdays. Individual counties have the option to add 2 Sundays as well. That is reasonable. Well, in 2019, New York Governor Cuomo signed a bill allowing 9 days of early in-person voting. Georgia also allows all residents to obtain absentee ballots, all of them. New York, you have to have a valid reason to vote from home. You have to have proof you need an absentee ballot. Both Georgia and New York ban people from giving handouts to folks as they wait on the voting line. Next stop, Colorado, where the AllStar Game is now going to be played. Both Georgia and Colorado require some form of identification for residents to cast a ballot. Colorado offers 15 days of early voting compared to, as I said, Georgia's 17. In Rhode Island, residents must show a valid ID and can only vote by mail for pre-approved medical conditions or other physical limitations. Similar laws exist in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Virginia, Nevada, all states won by Joe Biden last November. The truth is, there is nothing actually racist in Georgia's new voting law. In 2020, it took the Peach State 16 days to certify the presidential count. That can't be allowed to happen again. So the state is tightening up the process. It's about taking control, not excluding anyone based on skin color. Finally, Canada requires an ID to vote. You have to have one in order to cast a ballot. So how about that, baseball people? Hello, Toronto Blue Jays. Back after this. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.